Welcome to part 2 of the randomised map AI only campaign for Rome Total War. In part 1, the Brutii won. They got the short victory objective, but I wasn't too happy with it, so I decided to do a part 2. Reason I wasn't happy is because the Brutii really, they're only like the third power. The Germans and the Gauls are way more powerful right now than the Brutii, so let's give it a part 2 and ignoring short victory objectives, let's see who is actually going to win the big global campaign. Let's begin. And Britain is still alive. Okay, so for a quick diplomatic catch-up here, the Brutii are at war with nobody, but right now they only really border the Germans, so I bet we're going to see that alliance break anytime now. The Germans, they're at war with the SBQR, but no one can really get to them at this point, they're okay. And Pontus down here, which they are sort of invading and they have taken some land from. But so is Gaul. Speaking of Gaul, they're at war with Pontus and Britain, allied with all other southern powers that they border, and Scythia too, so yeah, after the fall of Pontus, they're going to need a new enemy. They are going to have to break an alliance, and I bet it'll be like Scipii or Egypt. Is Britain ever going to die? I doubt it. It's been like this now for like 50 turns. Maybe that I've reloaded into the save. Maybe that might help the AI, but I doubt it. And yep, a couple of turns later, they both pulled off the siege. Well done Gaul, taking Patavium. Pontus has some troops hanging around, but so do the Germans, and I think Pontus is near enough done at this point. Oh, Egypt and Numidia at war. I think they've been allies for most of the campaign. Numidia is down to only 2 settlements. I think one of these 2 revolted. So it should be an easy take for Egypt, although that being said, they haven't got to Damascus yet. And that's completely empty. Oh, and Dacia hopping in there too. Oh, yeah, they're really going for it. That's a lot of troops. The Germans are at war with Carthage, taking that settlement there. That's not good for Carthage. They have not had a good run in this campaign. Castra has fallen, Pontus down to their final 2. Who is going to die first? Pontus? Ooh, could be Numidia, or Carthage. I don't think it'll be Carthage. They've got a lot of distance between their settlements, so they should be okay for now. But Pontus... sorry for those weird noises there, hold on. I noticed something. I think Numidia is dead. Yeah, Numidia died. You can see their rebel armies. But I did miss a settlement. That was divided so beautifully. Dacia took Sirta, Egypt took Susa. But they had a settlement up here, didn't they? Tyra, which I forgot about. And the Scipii took that. Oh, what beautiful sharing. So wow, it only took them 1 turn. Pontus, I don't like your odds anymore. Messana has gone to the Germans, and there we go. The 2 big great powers now border each other, Gaul and the Germans. How long until they go to war? Pontus down to the final 1. Scythia hopping on to try and kill Carthage. They might be able to get the capital out of that. That would be good for them. Pontus, your final settlement is under siege. And they're gone. Antioch fell. Rest in peace, Pontus. The Brutii can really only go for the Germans. No one can get to the SBQR. The Germans, now once they clear out Carthage, they then have to choose the Brutii or Scythia. I doubt they'll go to war with Gaul, or maybe Gaul might go to war with them. That is a possibility. That's a lot of troops. Oh, it just keeps on going. That's a lot of armies. That is an invasion force right there. Why is Carthage down here? Silly AI. And Carthage down to their final settlement. Scythia took the capital, the Germans took Larissa. Final city here, what can they do with it? I think the real question is, who is going to take it all? That is bigger than you'd think. Gaul and the Brutii are lying. Why? Because the power that they surround is the Germans, implying that the AI I think is thinking of joining together against the Germans. That's what an alliance like that usually means. They're still keeping their alliance with Germany, but if Gaul goes to war against Germany or vice versa, the Brutii will have to decide. They cannot stay allied to both. Now that could be interesting as well. Okay, not what I expected. Scythia and the Brutii broke their alliances. Why would that be a thing? That is so weird. Like, Scythia also allies Gaul, so it's sort of like a triangle of friends to bring down the Germans. Scythia at war with the Germans. Oh, that's it. I didn't get the declaration of war there. So that means I think the Brutii chose the Germans over Scythia right there, and the Germans are moving in. I didn't see they were at war, but that now explains it. They've got troops over here too, attacking from the north. Oh, Scythia, you have yourself completely surrounded. They're gonna fall apart. And if they fall apart completely, I bet the Germans will then be the biggest power in the game. The first settlement has fallen, and Carthage has fallen too. Faction destroyed. There's not many left now. Oh, the Brutii took a settlement from the Germans. Again, it's not telling me when they go to war, unless it happened here. No, but Gaul is hopping in too. Brutii has joined with Scythia, and people say that AI is bad at diplomacy. You just don't see it in an AI-only mode. They hate the player, but overall, apart from that, their diplomacy is smart and logical, to an extent. But wow, they actually got their alliance back. Okay, let's look at this. I was right overall then. That was the purpose of the alliance with Gaul. That war with the Brutii, the SBQR, but they're nothing. Gaul and Scythia. Oh, this is it. This is the big one. This is World War I right here. The French, the Italians, and the Russians versus the Central Powers, the Germans. And all of these armies are about to flood on in. Here we go, Messana, already under siege. The Germans pulling back off Scythia. They're going on the defensive now. Oh, they know they're in trouble. The Brutii, what are they doing? They're focusing more on the north, I think. Yeah, Messana has fallen. But the Germans were able to take Samobrovia, and now pushing on Palma. Maybe they won't play it defensive. Cyrene is under siege. Palmia is under siege. How is Gaul doing? Their armies are flooding through, but they're going to take the time, I think. Yeah, it's going to be a slow expansion for Gaul, and that could be really bad for them, because if the Brutii gobble up all this land, they leave a weak Scythia behind, and Gaul can only get like a few settlements around here, then the Brutii could then possibly be the main power in the campaign. I bet we're going to see a lot of territory starting to fall soon. Yep, Palmia's gone, Cyrene has gone, Scythia falling apart. It's the race to save Scythia. It was Tanais. Palma and Salamis under siege. Palma fell, but Salamis held on. I think they took another one too. I could be wrong, but Scythia's now divided. Look at all these Gauls pouring through. Antioch under siege. They took Antioch. Oh, the Brutii expansion over here to take back Rome, and still pushing up north too, attacking Duna, taking Halicarnassus there, walking straight on in. Must have had a catapult or something. And there goes Duna. The Brutii looking really good now. Oh, Sardis under siege. I wish I could say the same for Scythia. Going up for Carthage as well now. Probably going to take that one. Oh, the Brutii taking 2 settlements there. Lepsis and this one. And as I said, Gaul is impeccably slow. They're trying to get their armies around the mountains, but it's not going well, and oh, what is going on here? This is chaos. The all things chaos. Sardis and Carthage falling on the same turn. Scythia could be dead soon, if they're not careful. Castra under siege, the Brutii taking Arretium, trying to cut them off from the coast, aren't they? And there we go, the Germans no longer have a connection to the southern sea here. They blocked it off. They're trying to hold this territory here in the mountains. But I think the Gauls have more troops. Scythia trying a little comeback, but... oh, here we go. They've been producing a lot of troops. Britain's still alive, by the way. Big pushes being made. More settlements falling, more settlements about to fall. Tolosa under siege. Now this, by the way, is the coolest river ever. It goes all the way down, and then it goes left, and then it goes all the way back up to here. This here and this here is the same river as it connects here. That is weird. Tolosa's gone. Massilia about to go. Boom, that one's gone. Scythia holding out by the looks of things. I think they've got it under control at this point, which is good. But all the land, however, is going to fall to the Brutii. They're gonna gobble up everything here. Thankfully, we have auto-resolve. I would hate to have to take out each individual stack here. That would be a nightmare. Scythia, perhaps about to make a bit of a comeback? Reclaim some of their territories, perhaps? Nope, never mind. They're trying though. Oh, although this could be it here, at Samobrovia perhaps. Britain and the Germans get an alliance. Why? Why even bother? Ah, Scythia failed anyway. Expansion getting really slow now. They are struggling a bit. The Germans playing it very defensive, and I think the other powers have sort of overextended a bit, so they're needing some time to make sure the public order's okay and all of that. But it was a big, beautiful war at its peak. I loved it. Diplomacy really kicking off now. I think that was like they get a ceasefire for a turn, but then declare war on the same turn. That bug again. But Gaul going to war against Dacia? Why? I think it's Dacia going for them and blockading the ports, but why Dacia? Why would you do that? Such a weird move. I guess it's because, yeah, they're now allies with Britain, perhaps? Weird, I don't get it. The Brutii taking court tests, finally pushing through and now bordering Scythia. The support is here, however. I doubt the Brutii will return any of these territories. They'll take it all for themselves. Also, Germany cut off now from the northern bit too. Okay, this settlement here, for those interested, is the Brutii capital. Yeah, sort of in the middle, it does fit. Sardis up here is the German capital, and the Gallic capital is Narbo, right here. Again, in the middle, but it's not like the fanciest capital in the world. It's a bit of a dull one. Like, come on Brutii, surely Rome would be a better option for the historical significance, but no, never mind. Oh, Scythia and Gaul breaking their alliance. Is that because of any new war it hasn't told me about? Actually, yes it is. The Brutii going to war against Scythia, oh no. And Gaul sided with the Brutii. Oh, that is rough for Scythia. They're not sending any troops into them yet, but Scythia got betrayed. That is sad. The stupid Italians, changing sides every 5 minutes. Gaul finally taking Gadur. Where are they going to go now? They only border this one. So if the Brutii can take this settlement and Caira, then Gaul is basically done in this war. Then they might actually go for Scythia, seeing as though they have an alliance with the Brutii. That would make more sense. And I think it's better land as well. Yeah. And yep, the Brutii did take it. That was a smart move by the Brutii. And now Gaul has to go back home with that army. And there we go, literally the next turn, Gaul and Germany get a ceasefire. There we go. Beautiful. And at this point, I am pretty confident the Brutii can hold out against the Germans all by themselves. I think they are strong enough for that. Called it. Gaul at war with Scythia. Poor Scythia, they've had a bad run. And look at the armies marching up north now. They're going for it. And there we go, Sinope fell. The Germans were holding out overall, but then they just capitulated. I think it was the fall of Samobrovia, and then everything fell apart. I don't think they've got that long left at this point. Egypt and Dacia becoming allies. Is that some anti-Scipii coalition getting ready to form? I think that's what they need right now, because right now, like, all three powers are... Oh, I wish it would notify me of all of these wars. Egypt going to war against Gaul. They are allied with the Scipii and Dacia. It's an anti-Gaul movement. They are rising up against the Gallic threat to the north, a coalition against them. Oh, are the other two going to join? If they join, then that is a real coalition war right there. That's what I want to see. Bring Gaul down. But Gaul, you gotta pull back. You've got the armies, you should be able to control it, but if you take too long to get down there, it might be too late. Oh, never mind. I think that's only temporary though. They've been to war once. I think it's only a matter of time until they're at war again. Gaul needs to make sure they are ready for it too. They need to be prepared. And this is probably step one. Wipe out Scythia. Get them gone. Gaul went to war against the Scipii. Oh, they don't care. They're not waiting for the coalition. They're playing it smart and going to weaken it now. 2 settlements already under siege. They're going all in. And meanwhile, they should take this city here and just get Scythia out of the war. There we go. So with their alliance with the Brutii, they are now secure on this front. Just wipe out the Scipii, then go for Egypt, and secure your position in the New World. Scythia down to their final settlement, but they're holding out for now. Okay, that's interesting. I think they got a ceasefire. Did they? No, they didn't. They actually lost their battles. Ooh. If they're losing... Well, then again, they didn't send many troops. But it is something to worry about. But now, Dacia has joined, going to war against the Scipii too. And they could really take these 2 settlements here. Oh, never mind. These post-Marian Romans, they're too tough. The Brutii take Carthage, and now it's one long green border here between the 2 great powers of the world. Both preoccupied right now, and both allies, but it's only a matter of time until the real big war begins. Oh no, faction destroyed Britain. At last. The Scipii finally got in there. They took Gazica too, and Yeah, they're having a nice push onto Gaul there. But no, they're actually holding out against Dacia. Egypt going for the Scipii too. Oh, Gaul was able to divide the coalition. That's not what's meant to happen here. But I think they needed to because, yeah, they are struggling on this border a bit. Armies are arriving now, so maybe they were about to turn it around, but yeah, they were struggling against those Romans. Dacia took Neapoli. I like that border on the map there. That looks nice. Egypt taking Asculum. Gaul pushing onto Tyre. And Gazaca, they took it. Egypt might get Tyre though. And well done Dacia, taking Malacca now. Yeah, Scipii, they're done. They're not going to survive this. Scipii and Scythia. Ah, the dying losing powers always end up making friends right near the end. And I think the German northern front is about to collapse here. There we go, the Brutii did it. They're in such a strong position right now. I wouldn't like to be the Scipii at this moment. It doesn't look too good. Those two settlements under siege and these two under siege as well by Dacia. It's not the best of spots, but they're holding out quite well, all things considered. That'll teach you for defeating Britain. We had an agreement. We keep them alive, losing thousands of men constantly for a laugh. And you broke that agreement, Scipii. This is your punishment. But they are holding on very well. Tyre did just fall, however. Scythia, down to their final settlement. And the Germans, down to their final settlement. Faction destroyed. Oh, Scythia. The Brutii took them out. And, oh, the Scipii are dead. They regicided. Another faction destroyed. Gaul and Dacia now allies. Like in the last 10 turns, they've had 10 wars. And now they are allies. Are they going to gang up on Egypt now? And then it's just Dacia left and then Gaul backstabs them. That would be fun. And there we go, all Scipii territory got eaten up. And I think it was split kind of fairly too. Quick diplomacy update, these two are still allied. Gaul at war with nobody, Egypt at war with nobody. It's very peaceful right now. You know, ignoring the millions of dead bodies across the globe. I want to check out the stats here. I want Gaul, the Germans, and the Brutii. Oh, there we go. So the Brutii is the leading power overall right now. They're probably going to win it then, aren't they? Military, yep, bigger army. Better production, at least at that point. The most territory, they are over 50 now. That's good. The Germans, look at that decline. Oh, poor Germans. And see what I mean? Gaul just did not get enough out of that because of geography. And I think that was what really ruined them. Financial there. Oh, we can actually sort of see a graph this time. That is nice. And population, Brutii again. The Germans trying to come back here. About to take Lemons. I think they'll probably do it actually. I think they should be fine. Oh, nope, never mind. Reinforcements came in. Just take the city, Brutii. Please. No, don't waste time with a diplomat. Just invade. There we go. And they should die any second now. There we go. Faction destroyed. The Germans. Wonderful. So, where are they going to go now? They can't really get to the SBQR, I don't think. So, they'll have to break their alliance and invade Gaul. That's what they have to do. What Gaul has to do is quickly wipe out Dacia and Egypt, get a lot of wealth out of that, and then push all of your armies here onto this front. Brutii are stronger right now, but if Gaul annexes these two empires, I bet they will overtake them. I think Gaul can still do this, but they need to be quick. But quick is not what they are being. Gaul at war against Dacia. Okay, that's a start at least. Yeah, go on, take Salona. That would be a good one. Hold on to Capua there. Nope, they lost. Come on, Gaul. You gotta be quick here. Oh, what? Gaul, you lost Antioch to Dacia? Oh, at least we got to see a naval invasion. And Gaul should instantly retake that. Gaul lost Capua to Dacia. Oh, but Egypt backstabbing them. They were allies a turn ago, and now they're allied to the Brutii and taking out Dacia. Weird. Oh, but this could be good, because if Egypt or Gaul ever go to war now, that would trigger the Brutii to decide, and they might decide to keep Egypt and go to war then with Gaul. So that could be the catalyst for the Second World War. Well done Egypt, taking Malacca. Well done Gaul, taking back Antioch. But you needed over here. I think it started. It has started. The Brutii are at war with Gaul, taking the border territories. Segestica and Olbia are armies, armies are marching this way. But Gaul has armies here. They could take these two settlements, possibly. But now Gaul is going to have to pull troops away, and all of this land, I bet, will become Egyptian very soon. Oh, but the Brutii got here first, putting Gadir under siege. Armies pushing on the south, armies pushing in the north. They're about to attack Sinope. Gaul getting as many troops here as possible, but I don't think they're going to make it in time. Gadir has fallen. They're going to go for Jerusalem next, possibly. Sinope has fallen. Egypt, how long is it until you go to war against Gaul? I don't think it's too long now. They've got to really get Dacia out of the way with first, though. Marching now on to Olispia. They should take that. Gallic reinforcements coming through. Yeah, trickling through here, through the choke point. That's going to be interesting when the battle gets to here. That's going to be a big decider. Breaking through and going for Messana as well. About to cut off the southern front. Yep, they got Messana. That does cut off Gaul. And it looks like they are holding out up here. Winning it so far. Olispia has fallen. Oh, poor Gaul. They just could not get the timing right. And now it's all falling apart. Egypt taking Neapoli? Are they at war yet? Not yet, not at war with Gaul. Pushing through now and taking Sirta. Meanwhile, the front quieting down a little bit. Yeah, now Gaul has reinforcements here. Gaul, I think, has the numbers on the front line. Yeah, the Brutii lacking in troop numbers a bit, which is not a good sign for them. Gaul trying to take these Dacian settlements, but they keep getting defeated. Alright, they took Salona, but keep losing at Capua. Oh, the Brutii trying to cut them off, taking Memphis over here. And there they go. They've cut them off from the old world. Taking Antioch now, Jerusalem under siege. Now the Brutii finally got some reinforcements down here. I kind of wanted to see Gaul do it, but I don't think they are. I think this one is going to the Brutii. Jerusalem fell. Pushing now onto Castra. That's gone next turn maybe. 2-3 turns at least. Dacia and Egypt getting a ceasefire as Dacia gets an alliance with the Brutii. Could that be a trigger for war for Egypt and Gaul? Castra's gone, and oh no, back at war with Dacia, and the Brutii broke their alliance. Well, they're valuing Egypt for something then, the Brutii. And Egypt really going in there. Gaul took Capua back, but I think Egypt is going to get most of these rewards. And there we go, the Brutii, apart from Segesta down here, now fully conquer the old world. How long will it be until they're in the New World. I bet they're gonna go straight for it, aren't they? They have to. No point dawdling. And here we go, the first troops are crossing the border, pouring in there. Meanwhile, Dacia continuing to fall apart, down to their final 4 settlements at this point. Big battles are about to take place, and it seems the Brutii smashed through them. Gaul throwing reinforcements in, but I think it's too late. They put Bactria under siege, and Gaul, I don't think they can do anything about it. Nope, they keep getting defeated, and there we go. Bactria has fallen. The Brutii are in the New World. And yeah, by the way, this happens every turn at this point. Oh, that's interesting. Egypt has... Dacia and Egypt have gone to war. Egypt and Dacia have gone to war. So I think they went to war, got a ceasefire, and then went to war again in the same turn. That is so weird. But what is interesting is the Brutii have broken their alliance with Egypt, and that was the cause of all this awkwardness down here. So hopefully it should stabilise a bit now. Gaul and Egypt? Alright, that's an interesting mix. Maybe they won't go to war then. There we go, now they're staying at war with Dacia. The Egyptian Brutii Dacia alliance was messing with it. Tingi has fallen, down to the final 3. Final 2. And the Brutii taking Drusa now, continuing on with their push. They've got to win it, surely at this point they've won it. Dacia down to their final settlement, and the Brutii continuing their push, taking Aquincum and Argos. Gaul, they cannot do anything about it. Dacia's final settlement under siege, and Egypt will take it, and probably, in my opinion, then they'll go to war with the Gauls, and then that will definitely be their downfall. Rest in peace, Dacia. And there we go, literally the next turn after Dacia's death. Any other sieges? No, not yet. But Egypt could actually get a lot out of this war if Gaul is focusing more on the Brutii. Unless they'll rather have a ceasefire, which I think is a very weird thing to do. Oh no, back at war. The Brutii surrounding this settlement here when they took Seleucia. That should fall instantly, yep, there we go. And look at all these armies pouring through the choke point now. Pushing on to Nicomedia, taking Nicomedia. They now almost surround the old capital of Nabor. That's under siege. Whoa, what is Egypt doing? They took, I think, 3 settlements in one turn there. Wow. Gazaca under siege. Capua and Aegon gone too. They must have taken 4, 5, I don't know how many settlements in one turn. But that was a big jump. Oh, and then you saw it again on the Brutii, Egypt taking another. Oh, that looked beautiful on the map, them just climbing up north. Athens is now surrounded. And I think we're about to have the Brutii board of the Egyptians here. Once Apollonia goes, that'll be it. There we go. How long will it be until those two go to war? I don't know if I'll cover that one though. I don't have that long left. Egypt taking Zagrata there. Salona, the Brutii taking more northern territories. Gaul's completely gone in this region. Avaricum gone. Vienna under siege. Egypt taking Thermon, pushing for Hippo. Once the Brutii broke through and got a good foothold in here, everything fell apart so quick. Oh, the Brutii and Egypt getting an alliance there. I don't think it will last though. Once Gaul is gone, that thing's going to be over almost instantly. Oh, Brutii pushing for Corinth. Not Corinth. The holy city will never fall. Come on, it's even got a camel that has morphed into silk. It's the holy city. It cannot fall. Like, what says holier than that? Oh, they're really holding on. 3 turns until it starves out. Ah, poo. Cornith has fallen. Gaul down to their final 2 settlements, surrounded by Egypt. Is Egypt going to give the killer blow? I think they are. What is the Brutii going to do now? They no longer border anyone they can attack, and I don't think they're ever going to go for the Senate. So they have to break their alliance with Egypt and go for them. It has to be. And just like that, the once mightiest power in the game, Gaul, is down to their final settlement. He just collapsed in shock. Egypt is not killing Gaul, because deep down they know, the moment Gaul is dead, the Brutii are going to backstab them. So they're just waiting on it for now. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go until it's 1 AD and then I'm done. So whatever it looks like then, that will be the end. 60 turns left, Gaul is still alive, and they're both still allies. Okay, here we go, 50 turns left, and they are now besieging it. Yeah, we've reached, I think, stalemate point now. I don't think we're going to see anything else happen, sadly. Apart from, of course, the death of Gaul, but you can really see that the AI is slowing down. Faction destroyed, Gaul. Rest in peace. They are still allied, about 44 turns left. Will they keep that alliance? I bet they will. At this point, I think the AI is done. They're struggling. Final 30 turns. They're stood around the settlements as if ready to attack, but they're not doing anything, still holding on to that alliance. 8 BC, are they still allied? Yep, they are. By the way, no one has actually taken Damascus yet. Still down here. And here we are, the final few turns. They are still allied, nothing is happening. Nothing at all, and I think that is where it is going to end. Well done, Brutii. They got the win. I'm gonna say Egypt came in second, Gaul in third, the Germans fourth. I'm not giving third to the Senate here, like, they don't deserve it. Let's have one look at the stats. You know what, let's get everybody in. Let's wipe out some of the more useless ones. Just so it's a bit clearer. And there we go, so we can see clearly at the end the Brutii were the most dominant overall. There's military, production, territory, about 85 I count that as being, roughly, I don't know, around 85. Finances, they're all in debt. Population, and so I do hope you enjoyed. Let me know in the comments if you did. Subscribe to get notified. And let me know if you want to see another one someday. I'm waiting for the mod to release on the remaster, which I'm hoping should be soon. Maybe throw the randomizer mod in there, mix it up a bit. That could be fun. I'm thinking of a little let's play too, but you know, that's also later down the line. Let me know what you want to see. Subscribe for more, share with anyone you think may be interested, leave a like as well. But for now, I have been MELKOR, and Mel gone.